Welcome back to MustacheMoto. It's Ben, and today we're going to talk about Apple CarPlay, Android Auto devices for your motorcycle. You may have seen I did a previous video on the Carpuride W502, 5-inch CarPlay device with the BMW mount on the back that goes right into your cradle. That's something I purchased myself. I liked it because I like having CarPlay. I think it's a really handy thing to have on your motorcycle. But since then, I've got two more devices to tell y'all about. One is the Shiji, the A05 Play for BMW. This is a pretty cool, really compact device that actually has a built-in connection, so it pops right into the BMW mount. Very cool there. And this is the AOC C6 Pro. It's their new one. It's a 6.25-inch screen, and it's kind of horizontal. It's a really nice screen. Cool thing about this is you see these extra cables here. It's got a front and rear dash cam built into this thing. So I'm going to show you all three of these, talk about the benefits of each one, and let you know which one's the right one for you. Now, disclaimer, Shiji and AOC both sent me these for free for my fair, impartial review. They also included a discount code, MustacheMoto, and links. So if y'all want to buy them, if it sounds like something you want, if you buy it through that link, you'll save money, and you'll also get a little bit of money. It comes back to me, help support this channel. But fair, unbiased, this is totally my opinion. They have nothing to do with what I say about the units. Let's jump in. This is the AOC C6 Pro. This is their newest Apple CarPlay, Android Auto unit. It also incorporates a front and rear dash cam, which is pretty cool. So let's take a look. It's also 6 inches, so it's a little bit larger than the other two that we're looking at here. 6.25 apparently. Much more complicated. The install on this is going to take a little bit longer. As you can see, it's a little bit bigger unit, front and rear dash cams. It's also got tire pressure monitor covers. They actually go over your valve stems. I don't like that idea because if they were to crack or break or something, your air is going to leak out. But if you don't have a tire pressure monitor system, that might be of interest to you. So again, it's a decent size, solid unit. It's a little more landscape mode, which I like. But obviously a little more complex. We got 3 cords hanging out the back, one for the front, one for the back dash cam, and one for power. We've got the cameras in here. And then we got a whole box full of stuff under here. We've got camera mounts that go around frame rails. Those are kind of cool. We've got a little wireless remote, a bracket for the wireless remote. We got a sun visor, mounting brackets for the handlebars, more camera mounts, and then the actual wiring harness to wire it up to the bike. 3 wires. You got a positive and negative that go to battery, and then you've got a signal wire that's switched that'll turn it on and off when your bike comes on and off. So I'm going to do this one in fast time because it's going to take me a while to install. And I'm going to do kind of a temporary install because I don't know which of these units I'm going to keep on the bike. So I'm not going to take off plastic and bury the wiring and all of that. I'm just going to get it in, get it wired so I can test it and see how it works. All right, let me get to it. Check out the Shiji AIO5 Play, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto device for the BMW. This is the BMW specific one that they make. This is really cool. Check this out. All right, there's the device. That's it. It's solid. Feels like it's pretty well built. It's got 4 buttons across the top. It's installed. That's it on the BMW. And look, you don't really even get anything else in the packaging. They do throw a little user's guide and then a keychain, some stickers, and a little screwdriver in here. But you don't need any of that to install it. Draws its power, does everything from the GPS nav cradle on the BMW. And because it's hooked up to the BMW, it picks up your tire pressure monitor. It picks up, you know, your lean angle, all those extras, all those goodies and the extra information you can get so you can use it as an extra dashboard. And it's controlled by the Wonder Wheel and the buttons, so you can actually do all the stuff without taking your hands off. So let me get on and try and get this thing all set up, and we'll give it a shot. The Carpuride W502 comes with handlebar mount as well as wiring harness you can use for other applications, but I bought it with the additional BMW mount. So basically you take off the little ball on the back of the GPS unit, or the CarPlay unit, and you screw this in instead, and this allows it to clip into the nav cradle and draw power from it. You can see how far out it sticks, but it just goes in like that and you're fully mounted and ready to go, which is pretty cool. And of course you can also then lock it in. But as I said, it sticks out really far. It's not a very elegant mounting solution, but it is quick and easy and cheap. So I have to say the Carpuride, the screen is by far the worst of the bunch. I think the resolution is lower than the Shiji. The screen is smaller and lower resolution than the AOC. It's also less responsive. Let's see. When I try and hit the corner, there. Took 3 tries. Wait, yeah. No, I was trying to get. There we go. 4 tries to get it to actually go when you're in the corner. So it's less sensitivity there for some reason, or it just can't read your finger touch as well. Works pretty well. Let's see that doesn't swipe nearly as well. It's very, very smooth on the other two, especially on this Shiji. Shiji definitely has by far the best screen. So here's the other issue that I had mentioned. I'm standing up, look down, I can't see that speedometer at all. You might be able to see it as the angle that the camera's at, but from my angle, where my eyes are, I see nothing except the very, very bottom of my TFT. So it's totally blocked, and that's because it sits out so far from the cradle. Alright, the AOC C6 Pro. Love the 6.5 inch screen, and love the fact that it's more horizontal. It's more of a wide screen, which I think works really well with the bike. So it's the largest screen of the bunch I'm looking at. I think 7 inches is probably too big, so this really is a sweet spot for it. Screen's great. It's very responsive, even in the corners, so you can see everything. Works really smoothly. It's probably not quite as smooth as on the Shiji, but it's close. I mean, it definitely works really well. I don't have any complaints with it. It worked fine with wet gloves too when I had those. Of course, the bonus too with this is you've got the front and rear dash cams, and this little button here, you push that little dot and you can get a few options, and one of them is your dash cam. Now I only have the front camera hooked up right now, but if I had the rear camera, you could be using this as a rear view mirror basically while you're riding, if you wanted that. Let's see, this does have, let me go back to go back home here. This does have a little kind of dashboard for you if you want to use it. The speed is GPS based, so it's not connected to your TFT in any way, so it'll work on any bike. The front and rear tire pressures are only if you use the screw-on caps that come with it, and of course you don't get the reading for your RPM or anything because it's not attached to the bike in any way. So I don't find that too useful. Some people might. Handlebar mount, I'm not thrilled about that. It does put it close to you. That's kind of nice. If I were gonna keep this. What I would do is build some kind of a custom mount so I could mount it up here where the nav cradle is on the BMW, because I like having it up in front of me on the handlebar. I have to divert my eyes a little too much when I want to look at it, so it keeps them off the road more than I like. Good solid unit, good build quality, nice and waterproof, had no problems in the rain, had no problems with wet gloves. Footage from the AOC dash cam is fine for protecting yourself in an accident. Somebody cuts you off. It's only 1080p though, and it really, I was hoping it'd be good enough to use in a moto vlog or in a video, but it's really not quite that high quality. The screen is really responsive. I don't have cell service here, so, but even the corners no problem. Switch is good. This is with wet gloves even. Everything moves as it should. So the other thing I really like about this is because it mounts so flush here, if I'm standing, I still see the speedometer. It's it and the speedometer. With the Carpuride, when I look down, it sticks out. I'll shoot that, but it's like this, so I can't see the speedometer. And the other super cool thing, I absolutely love that. Screen off, no distractions. Screen on if you want it. And I still haven't figured all the Wonder Wheel stuff out, but we can click here. Look, we got a dashboard. Speed, which is run off the bike, so it's the same speed as the bike. You got the tire pressures from the bike, and you've got the compass heading. Let's see, I think I can also, let's go there. There we go, look at that. All sorts of information. Temperatures, ambient temp, engine temp, RPM, gear. There's even more we can do here. I'm not sure what that is. Okay, lean angle. It's kind of cool. We're just putzing around here, but I can change these different formats. That one's got a whole bunch of information: battery voltage, mileages, date, time, stuff I don't need. Pops right over. That's pretty cool. So if there's an alert, oh, and it goes back. All right. It's pretty slick. Let's see, I think that button will bring us to. I really like those physical buttons on the top too. Hey! Alright, this is a pretty cool touch on the Shiji unit. Watch this. I'm going to turn the bike off. And boom. Today, 294.7 miles. How long the last trip was. My last stretch, max speed, average. Altitude difference, a nice little summation of your ride for the day just pops up at the end, and that total daily distance, it actually accumulates, and I assume it resets at midnight, and the other stuff is since you started the bike last. Pretty freaking cool. Nice little Easter egg there. Whew, long day. All right, let's wrap this up with a quick summary and my recommendations. So the Carpuride W502, I liked that when I first reviewed it, but honestly, it just doesn't stack up. I mean, for 200 bucks, you know, you can get it with the BMW mount. That just gives you power, makes it a little simpler, more simple to wire. But the screen doesn't hold up, and it's a little harder to get it to actually respond. The corners don't work so well. For 200 bucks, I'm not going to recommend it anymore. So next up on price-wise is the AOC, the C6 Pro. This one's about $170 with the discount code. I mean, that's a bargain, I think. Great unit, really nice screen. It's quite responsive. It's got the built-in front and rear dash cams, which is phenomenal. That's a great little plus. You're mounting it on the handlebars. I don't like that as much. But really, that's about the only thing not to like about this. As a standalone CarPlay unit, it's very, very good, and I think it's a bargain at $170. But the one I'm going to keep, the one I'm going to use, is the Shiji, the AO5 Play for BMW. Fantastic screen, the best of the bunch, super responsive. Absolutely love that it locks right in simply to the cradle on the BMW, and it locks so people can't steal it. You can use the Wonder Wheel, so I can control everything with my hands on the handlebars. That's amazing. And then one of my absolute favorite things, the button on the top that you can just click it and cut the screen off. A lot of times I like to just kind of get in the zone and enjoy my ride and get in the flow. You know, I need this for maybe sometimes for music, for getting messages, and for directions, but I like to be able to shut it off and not see it. You cut that screen off, you're still going to get the alerts if you need them, but you don't have to look at it, and it gives you a cleaner line of sight. Really, really is fantastic. Now, it's $465 with the discount code, so you're certainly paying a premium for it, but it really is a premium product and a fantastic unit. So that would be my gold star, the one I'm going to keep, the one I'm going to use. But you can't go wrong with the AOC either. Really, really nice unit. Half the price, or a little less than, even less than half the price. All right, get yourself CarPlay and get out there and ride.